I get into any details, first let me tell you what's happened in the past year. They announced the season in the middle of April last semester, talking about what next season's going to be. They announced 3 plays: Baltimore Waltz, Antigone, and Hair. I was getting nervous about Hair because it was a musical, so I was thinking what I needed next semester to prepare for it. So I took 2 courses that helped. African dance, so I had some dancing under my belt, and a one-time musical theater course. The day of the audition, November 25th, Sunday, 10 a.m. He calls everybody in the room. Choreographer shows us a combination. Andre comes up and he goes, "Alright, now I'm gonna pick these 6 people I call from the resume, blah 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 and blah. You with the peace shirt, you stay, and wasn't there a red-haired guy who was in Antigone?" I was thinking maybe he meant me, so I go like this, "Me?" And then he looks and he goes, You stay." I went, okay. There were 5 girls, 5 guys. We go over the piece together. Then he has the girls do it by themselves. Then he has the guys do it by themselves. He has us all line up. He calls out our names, and for me he goes, "Mr. Antigone, you line up." Apparently he remembered me because when we were in rehearsal for Antigone, he came to visit one time and he was taking down notes for everybody. He calls me up, and the choreographer goes, "Now James, I know I popped in a couple times, and I saw that you take African dance with Janet. Why don't you show Andre some of your moves?" So I did a piece that we learned from class, and it's a long piece, so I kept going, and I was wondering, do you want me to stop now? And Andre goes, "That's enough, you can go line up again." Looks over the resumes one more time and says, "Alright, thank you all for coming. I'll see you at your singing auditions." We all leave. I wait till 12:30 for my singing audition. I forgot to tell you. Andre DeShields is a Broadway legend. He was the original Wiz in The Wiz. I chose How to Save a Life by The Fray. It's my favorite song and I knew it. And I pretty much had the paperwork done. I had to check it twice. I did my paperwork for the song thoroughly. And I go up and he's sitting there looking at my resume. And I go, "Hello, I'm James Steiner." And he looks up and goes, "How you doing?" And he's shaking my hand. I was gonna let go and he was still holding on, so I go, "Nice to meet you." Thinking to myself, can you let go of my hand? I shake the hands of the dance choreographer and the music director, and then I tell him what I'm singing. I sing the song, and he goes, he was looking at his resume, "James, are you familiar with your falsetto voice at all?" I said, "Yes, I know my falsetto." "Why don't you go over to Teresa and we can work on that, a transition from your normal voice to your head voice." A falsetto is head voice. I go over, talk to Teresa, and we do some exercises. I had to sing from this to this. You can tell the difference. And he goes, "Are you familiar with Hair at all?" I knew some songs. The #1 song I knew was Aquarius, because I am an Aquarius. And he asked me, he leans over and he says, "When you come back next week, I want you to sing." Monday comes, December 3rd. I'm waiting for my song. He also asked us to do one of 2 sides that we had to rehearse. He calls me, finally, and I go up there, and I go to shake his hand. "Hey, Andre, how's it going?" He's like, "Let's just get to sing," because they were running late. I was like, "Okay, let's get to the singing." And I sing the song. Before I sing the song, I remember learning in musical theater to act when you sing. Duh. I was acting and singing at the same time, and he goes, "Stop, stop, 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 stop," because Teresa was accompanying, the music director. "Sing it. Sing it!" Okay, I'll sing it. I put my hands in my pockets, and I sang the song. And he goes, "That's a nice rhythm, but that's not what I want to hear. Teresa, could you play the notes I want to hear?" there's a reason he wanted me to sing in my head voice at the audition, because he wanted me to sing those notes in my head voice. They were high notes. I sang them, and he goes, "Yes, that's what I want to hear. Okay, you can go." I'm called back again with all the men. And he has us all lined up, and he says, "Just stand there, gentlemen." You sit down. You sit down. You two men that had to sing Aquarius, sit down. James, sit down. This means nothing, gentlemen. Okay, you can all go. And I thought at this time he was going to have us read. But he didn't. He took one guy in the back, talked with him, and then he left. And then the guy sitting next to me left. And he looks at me and he goes, "James, why don't you go up there and sing that song for us again?" Okay. I go up there, sing the song, and I was confused between the notes that I was given that day and the notes I was used to, and I sang the notes flat. And he goes, "Those notes were a little flat, weren't they?" I'm like, yes, they were. "Let's try it again. Teresa, play the notes." Okay, now sing it. And then he leans over and he goes, "Do you want the part of Wolf?" Now this is what's going on in my mind. Is he going to say, "You should do better then, sing better"? So I go, yes. Then he goes, and then his response is, "Well, that's what I would expect you to hear. You have a nice day." I'm waiting all week, anticipating when the cast list goes up, because I was not sure if I got the part. Thursday comes around, and I was late to meet somebody for a scene in Acting 2. I spoke with my scene partner, and I asked him, "Did the cast list go up yet?" And he goes, "Oh, yes it did, and I think you'll be surprised." Why? Both of us run upstairs, check the list, and I look on the board. Whoa, James R. Steiner. I did not expect it. If you don't know the musical Hair, there's 4 lead guys. Berger, Claude, Hud, and Wolf. I was Wolf. Things can come when you least expect it. If there's a job that you want, you can have it. Do the work. Put yourself out there 110% and show that you love what you do. Do not think of this. Oh, he's much more superior than me. He is the owner of the store, or it's the CEO, because then that will put you down here. And there's quite a distance, and that will make you most likely not get the job or a part. But if you equalize with him and just think, we're human, we're equal, Declaration of Independence says so, you'll do fine. People stress for nothing. They cause stress to themselves sometimes when it comes to job interviews. When you worry about the job and the person, you most likely won't get it. But when you worry about the work and your dedication and your passion, because you love what you do, you most likely will get the job. There's hope for everybody. I did not expect a lead. I did not expect a lead. But when you put yourself out there and believe in yourself, you can do anything. I will let you know what it's like to work alongside a Broadway legend. Find your key.